What's good, YouTube? It's your boy King Leo. Today, y'all, we're gonna be taking a look at Josh Conerly and Ajani Cornelius out of Oregon. Now, both of these tackles on a lot of consensus board, they're stacked pretty close together. So it was interesting for me to go and watch these guys and see how they compared. Now, just a little note, I like one a hell of a lot better than I like the other one. But we're going to be watching their game against Ohio State that I'm going to share with you. I've done a lot of work on both of these players. But this is the Ohio State game the first time, not the time where Ohio State flipped the coin and they whooped ass essentially since the coin toss. But 76 is Josh Conerly, left tackle, 65 right tackle is Ajani Cornelius. We're just going to pay attention to both throughout these clips that I pulled from about a week ago. And also, great edge competition on Ohio State. These are guys you're going to see in the NFL. JT Tuimoloau, 44. He would have been my edge one last year if he came out. He whooped up on Fashanu, Penn State dude, right? He whooped tail on him last year. Olu got drafted very high. And then, of course, on the other side, we got Jack Sawyer. So, man, let's get into this film. This was a battle. Taking a look at Conerly over here. In this film, for some reason, they got super cropped, so we're just going to have to deal with it if it gets, too condensed. But this is a good player Josh Conerly's lining up against. You see JT kind of gets hands on him first, and then he's able just to bend that corner around. Now, I think, Conerly gets a little leany right here. You see him ducking that head down, leaning. That's not good at all. Like, I just feel like it's the right thing to do for a tackle, just to sit in that base and slide whenever these athletic edges are trying to bend the corner. So that's a win there for JT. Conerly just, you can't get lenient like that. Just be confident in your base. Then we take a look at right tackle over here, Ajani against Sawyer. Ajani, we're going to talk about it. He has a tendency, and he's a big, tall dude. Guys get to the middle of his chest right here so easy. And then he just kind of gets bumped back. He holds up pretty good on this rep, but, y'all stick around and watch. Wow, this got up on us pretty quick. So we're just going to keep looking at Conerly first, and then we'll go over to Cornelius. So Conerly again, left side. Ball gets snapped pretty quick here. Great job turning JT outside around the corner here. Just kind of I don't know. I call it a C turn. I don't know if that's the actual term, but the way the offensive lineman torque can turn their body, it's like a C, the letter C. So I think he does a good job getting him outside, pushing him to the edge. So good rep there. Then we see Ajani, 65. Not really doing too much here. Not really doing too much on this play. So we'll load into the next rep. So we got the wide screen here. Screen pass here. Conerly just kind of gets stuck up here on Tyleik Williams, I believe that is. So let's see Ajani Cornelius's ability in space. Yeah, he looks kind of sloppy, y'all. I will say Ajani Cornelius is not the best athlete. You see him in space here. He kind of just, he's super tall. Super tall. You see the agility not to be able to get there. He gets in his way, but, defender ends up getting around him, bending around him, and making the tackle. So Ajani is a guy that I don't really like in space too much, especially comparing him to some of the other dudes in this class. So that was just a play that could show Ajani in space. And here again, Conerly, man, on the edge, man. Good job turning JT out, getting those hips turned, getting parallel to the or perpendicular to the line of scrimmage, but parallel to the running back, and you just create a rushing lane like that. That's phenomenal stuff from Josh Conerly over there. We take a look at 65. You see he's just blocking down, not really doing too much on this play. Next rep, Josh Conerly again. Hey, look, man, just run behind 76. He's getting these guys turned. It's really good hips, good upper body strength to be able to do that. So that's something that translates, man. Huge rushing lane he creates there. Is that just trying to block down, just completely turn this guy, get him wiped out. Good job there. As we see 65. I'm wondering if he got a tripping penalty for that. He might have, because that's a clear trip from our guy 65, man. Yeah. I hate to keep poo-pooing on 65, but he's just not my guy. There's not a lot of things that I like too much out of him. Look at Conerly, man. They're like night and day, man. Josh Conerly, safety comes up, blitzing, nickel corner, whoever that is, and Conerly gives him a shot, man. That's fire stuff. Let's go take a look at 65, who's blocking down on Tyleik Williams. It's not a lot of effort in that block to me. I've heard people say that he's like a He's like a road, like he'll just move people in the run game. But I just never got that feel from him. Like it just looks like a lazy block. You see, he's tall. His eyes aren't on the target. Like it's just not good for me. That's not good enough for me. Taking a look here, next rep, we got a pass set here. Conerly going against a phenomenal player, JT Tuimalui, however you say his last name. I think it's Tuimalau. Good job kick sliding up there. I like the hands are up. Great land there in the chest plate. Then you got to shuffle over. This is good stuff. Look at this nice little bend. That hand is staying controlled. That's a good rep over there from Conerly at left tackle. Let's look at right tackle side. He holds up enough, but like I said, Ajani will be tall sometimes, and he has no points of contact on the ground right here. You see, look, this is the difference, y'all. Look at Conerly over here. You see this knee bend? You see this base that he has? And then you look at Ajani. The guy's getting straight to the middle of his chest, and he ends up kind of fluttering back, but he does get his cleats in the ground to hold up enough. But it's night and day between the two to me. Checking out our left side, Conerly, when he helps out, just looks like the protection was slid to the right. So he's just coming and helping, and he's knocking people off their clocks. And then we'll go take a look at our right tackle, 65 out here against Jack Sawyer. He's ducking his head, man, and gives up pressure there. For me, y'all, it's just not a lot to like about Cornelius. This is actually really, really good. Compared to a normal rep, this is a good knee bend, hands shoot out, but the feet got to keep moving. Then you see he gets leany. You got to be comfortable sitting in that base, and the feet aren't moving lateral. He ends up having to just kind of turn and chase. Losing rep there for Ajani. Let's go back to our left tackle, Josh Conerly against JT. This is a good fight, y'all. This was a good fight. Phenomenal fighting out here. You see them both trying to work hand technique. Conerly, phenomenal left hand here. You see as JT kind of is trying to defeat that arm, he ends up swatting the wrist at the same exact time. And that's just really good stuff. That's really, really good stuff. Let's check on him getting to his landmark. Like, I like the lateral quickness from Josh as well. I think Josh gives football teams, whatever franchise drafts him, I think he has a lot of tools day one that just translate. And I've heard some people say they like him at guard. To me, I like him at tackle, man. He's athletic enough. People are going to talk about the height. But honestly, I don't get too much into measurables, y'all. Like, I'm just going to pause this film for a second. Like, I feel like when people get into measurables, if they just look at height, they just look at arm length, oh, he's got to be a guard. Like, I feel like that's lazy scouting. Like, tell me why his height affects him at tackle on his film, not just saying that it does, because certainly it can have an impact. Arm length, height, things like that, like it can have an impact. But I feel like you need to go to the film at the end of the day and judge the player. Like guys like Rashawn Slater, Troy Faltonu last year, phenomenal hand technique, man. They didn't have long arms, but they're great tackles because their technique is awesome. So let me know how you guys feel. Josh Conerly again here, just being able to turn these edges out, good upper body strength, hips, creating rushing lanes right behind him all day against a good Ohio State defense. Then we see him here pulling. Look at the thump. Look at the thump. Josh Conerly's not really, I wouldn't call him a powerful dude. Like, I feel like play strength is kind of one of the lower qualities of him, especially like anchoring and stuff like that. But he can thump people in the run game if he wants to. Like, that is a clean shot there on the, I think it was a safety. Might have been a linebacker, but number 0 for Ohio State. That's clean stuff. And then we take a look at Ajani over here. Look at the pad level. He's standing straight up. Didn't really have an impact play, but you just notice things like that. He's standing straight up. Whoever drafts him, he's a project to me. I just don't want to say he's undraftable. To me, I have a day 3 grade on him. I don't think he should be touched until day 3. I know on consensus board he's on like day 2 type of stuff, but to me that's way too rich. He's too much of a project for me. Next rep though, let's take a look at Conerly out here. Ends up getting leany. I think I just somehow skipped, but he ends up getting leany on this play. So that will happen with him sometimes. We've seen it a couple times in this video. Just getting leany. right here. And it's good bend. It's good bend. It's just you don't have to lean. And I think sometimes when guys lean, it's because of the confidence in their anchor. And I will say Josh Conerly, through multiple games that I watched, he doesn't have the best anchor. So I think it's a lack of confidence in being able to stick his cleats in the dirt and hold up. So he's trying to lean to compensate that. The bend is there. And whenever there's a quick edge rusher, swim over that. And he gets defeated. Now let's go take a look at Ajani on the right side against JT Tuimoloau. Pretty good rep. It's not clean. It's not clean though. Like it's a win. He holds up. But right here, this is actually not bad. It's just look at the leaning. I don't like your helmet in the dude's shoulder pad. Your eyes aren't up. You don't know what you're looking at. This kind of keeps his body in the way of him though. Good processing from Josh Conerly on this rep. This is going to be the last play I got from y'all in this game. JT's going to go inside. Tackle is going to loop out here. And he picks it up really well. Really good job there by Conerly. And let's take a look at if we got anything from Cornelius other than just slanting inside here with help. Yeah, that's going to be the end of this film session, y'all. I've watched multiple games on the 2. I think both of them are draft worthy. I think Conerly might sneak his way into the first round just because of the amount of good attributes that he has that translate day one. I think he can be a good tackle for a franchise. I have a second round grade on him as a player. As for Ajani, y'all, I don't think he should be touched till day 3. I know he's like in that 80-90 range, which would be a day 2 pick on consensus boards, but I just don't see it. Maybe I should go peep some other games, possibly from even last year. But let me know what you guys think about the players. Let me know what players you guys want to see going forward. That's going to be in this video. If you made it this far, make sure you like, subscribe for more. Go check me out on TikTok. I also made an Instagram Reels account. So y'all go check those things out, man. Until then, y'all stay focused at whatever it is you're doing. Be good. Be great. Peace, y'all.